There's about to be one of the biggest opportunities in crypto history, really, to buy these dumpster prices, because macro is going to reach an absolute fever pitch here in the not too distant future. We're seeing right now just the effects of pretty much the policies of the Fed. This is why I've been covering so much macro, and I get it. It's frustrating. Elliot, why are you covering this normie macro stuff? Normie macro. No, I get it. And I thought it was the exact same way. I was like, oh, that's boomer. In 2021, you couldn't convince me that macro was going to literally be the driver of all crypto prices. I was like, that's so boomer. We've been hearing about this. Okay, Michael Burry. Okay, Michael Burry was the guy who called The Big Short on Wall Street in 2008. He's just a notorious bear. He's constantly calling for doom and gloom and whatever. The reality is that I have come to respect macro because it is clearly the thing driving all markets right now. Whatever the Fed says drives everything. It's not a coincidence. So understanding macro, one, is going to help you understand what's caused this entire change of market structure and what will eventually switch the market structure. Because when it switches, and once we identify that that's in the near future, it's not going to be instant. Not everyone's going to YOLO back into Bitcoin and crypto. It's not going to happen overnight. But being part of that early crew, the early gang, the Noti gang. By the way, if you're not subscribed with the bell notification on, I highly suggest you subscribe with the bell notification on. Noti gang gets all the best information first. But anyway, the point is, if you're part of the Noti gang for the Fed and you're subscribed to everything going on with the macro, you're going to be able to identify that bottom. And that is going to be a generational bottom. This is the first and possibly the only Bitcoin bear market that coincides with a macro bear market / recession that we have seen since Bitcoin's inception, and that we may see in the course of the rest of the history of the US dollar being the reserve asset of the world. I mean, hey, maybe, there's been estimates from Stanley Druckenmiller, one of the most famous investors on Wall Street, that the US will lose its reserve currency status within the next 15 years. That could mean that this is the last bear market / recession that we're going to see with a crypto bear market as part of the combo, which means that the pain we might see here on the charts in Bitcoin and crypto land is totally different than prior bear markets, totally different than anything we have ever seen before. And that to me spells out opportunity. I smell it in the damn air. That's true. And I cannot wait to buy this stuff and to hold it and to be rocking with this community, because this generational dip and then what comes after it, to me, is going to be the biggest opportunity in history. I cannot wait for it. I'm like pulsating with excitement. Obviously, I understand that in the short term, there's going to be pain. And that pain is why I've been making YouTube videos that are clickbait, that are emotionally charged, that are trying to get people to feel something about how negative things are. And I get it. Sometimes that's hard to hear, but sometimes hard news is what you need to hear. And hopefully, I've gotten tons of messages from people saying, thank you so much for the bearish content. Thank you so much for telling us what you really think and keeping us off on the side of the market while things tumble. Because as bad as you think it can get worse. And that's where you end up just doing your best in these macro bears to just sit on the sidelines. Of course, if you're a pro trader, go watch Crown's content, go trade, go short, do whatever you want to do. I don't even do that stuff. I don't do it at all because that's not my skill set. What I do is I wait for the macro cycles and I fall in love and I support the tech that's going to change the world. And that's what I'm going to do this next 10 years, because as soon as this bottoms, I think we have 10 to 15 years of a macro bull market mixed with the bull market in crypto that will probably see Web3 take over. It's going to be one of the most exciting periods in the history of cryptocurrency. Certainly, it's going to be one of the most exciting periods in the history of technology, and one of the biggest opportunities for upside investment. And that's why I'm going to be absolutely focused like a razor blade on this market from a content perspective, but also as a builder. I've been getting a lot of questions about Superfarm. The entire Superfarm project is getting relaunched here in the next few weeks. There will be a tweet going out in the next few days on the Superfarm Twitter, and that is going to be announcing that there will be a complete relaunch in October. And that relaunch is coming with not one, but 2 full products in market. And that is an absolutely huge thing to do, and a huge statement at the bottom of the bear market to want, and it's important to grow with the market. When things are in free fall, it doesn't matter what you do. But obviously, once things bottom out, the good stuff can grow and can prosper. And so bringing the most value at the bottom of the market is one of the healthiest things I can think of for the community. And that's the focus. And so it's really exciting. All I want to do is build and contribute to this movement. I've already been doing it almost daily for 5 years. I've almost gone insane trying to keep up with this market for the last 5 years. And I look forward to completely losing my damn mind over the next 15 years as we build the future of the value of the internet of value. The internet of value is coming. It will infect and take hold over every single corner of the internet. And if you're watching this, you're so early. You're so early. And we're about to get even earlier as these markets potentially crash even further over the next few months. Again, real estate market's on fire. We just got in that jobs and wage inflation is skyrocketing. That's another type of inflation. We also got word that we've had $9 trillion is what the Fed is attempting to remove from the markets over the coming months. And more importantly, we know that rents are at all-time high. Another type of huge inflation. We see that the energy crisis, by the way, go watch my energy crisis video from yesterday. It got such low views, like one of my lowest view videos. And it's crazy. That's like one of the most high production value, heavily researched. I love that video. Go check out that video. We spent a lot of time on it. I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, the reality is that all those things combined spell out a bit more of a rocky road here for the macro before we can pivot. That's why we look at those things. That's why we look at the normie macro, the boring normie stuff, because that's the stuff right now that is going to help me cut through the noise and figure out where the bottom really is. It's not about whether Sam Bankman-Fried has tweeted or CZ has tweeted that the contagion is over. No, the macro is what's dictated the fall, and the macro will dictate the rise again. And once the macro rises with the crypto new cycle, the sky is the MFing limit. I cannot wait for this to happen, because the biggest, most the things that bounce the hardest on the last drop, the gaming coins, the metaverse projects, the ETH L2s, all that stuff, Polygon, those types of projects are going to absolutely soar when the market comes back. And I'm looking forward to, I'm not here for a 2x like we saw in this bear market rally. I'm here for 100x like we're going to get over the coming decade by investing into crypto cycles, by investing into this crypto cycle at this generational dip. And that's what I'm here for, is to hopefully concentrate the efforts of myself and whoever could benefit from this. Great. I hope you do. Again, make your own decisions. This is not my financial advice. I can't give financial advice, but I can do what I do and share that information. People seem to love it. So the reality is if you do your own research, use this as maybe a starting point or just a single point of data, but go and find other pieces of data. Go research the macro. Go take in expert knowledge. Go read. Go study. Go prepare yourself, because the biggest opportunity is right around the corner. It's coming. It's going to be one of the biggest trains to ever leave the station, and I believe the train won't stop for probably a decade or more, and that's what my belief is. And so while there could be more cycles, the change in the Bitcoin halvings over time gets less and less significant. It is halving, like it cuts in half, but the difference is less and less of the total supply of Bitcoin. And so understanding that, yes, there will be another halving, yes, there might be another bear market, I still think the more important thing is the macro. I still think the more important thing soon is going to be the shift towards gaming, the shift towards other types of utilities on the blockchain, consumer applications and beyond. So I'm super excited to cover this stuff. I haven't been covering it because there's no point in covering alts during a free fall. That's not the way to play this market. But I will soon start covering everything that I've been watching. I have a whole team putting together incredible portfolio research, and I can't wait to start chunking in bigger money into this market as soon as we do. But for right now, it's a holding pattern. If you enjoyed this video, if you've been enjoying any of these videos, make sure you have that notification on, subscribe with that bell on, and smash the like on this video, because it shows me and YouTube that you enjoy this stuff. Again, I've been doing as much of an aggressive update calendar as I can during this bear market, and I'm not going to stop. I sincerely hope this has been helping you guys. You can find me on Twitter at Leo Trades. Make sure if you're looking to dollar cost average into the market, check out FTX. My link is in the description. FTX is by far the best exchange that Americans can get their hands on, so make sure you check out FTX. And as always, I will see you very soon on the next episode. Cheers, everybody. Bye.